So Raw is in Milwaukee, Wisconsin tonight. I haven't been too into WWE as of late, ever since that pathetic ending to Elimination Chamber, but I'm gonna give him a chance. So the show opens up with Kurt Angle. He's stumbling all over his lines. WWE, McMahon. He can't even say anything. He's fucking horrible in this role. He's not even the old Kurt Angle, the old lovable Kurt Angle, who's kind of like that wisecracker. The guy who was in the Attitude Era, that Kurt Angle, the lovable Kurt Angle. It's like they've never written for him. He's never been a character, and he's just terrible. He stumbles over his lines. Stephanie McMahon comes out, and she's ripping into him. I have the TV muted. Why the fuck do I even want to hear it? I'm sure Ronda will come out soon. Here comes Ronda. It's just she's smiling, man. This is not working. She's way too happy for babyface. She has to fucking give everyone a high five like she's damn Jeff Hardy. So in this segment, they have Triple H and Kurt Brawl, and they have Stephanie, like, cheap shot Ronda, kind of drops, and Ronda looks mad, and then Stephanie runs away. I guess this whole thing's going to be Ronda waiting for WrestleMania to beat up Stephanie, but then I guess not, since Kurt Angle gets the better Triple H, he gets him the ankle lock, and Ronda gives Stephanie this modified Samoan drop. I guess if they're going to have runarounds, he beat the shit out of Stephanie. It's going to get her madly over, even though I think they could have gotten one of the girls on the main roster. But, I mean, Stephanie's been saved, like, being this ultimate bitch just to get destroyed by Ronda and get Ronda over. At WrestleMania, it's great. So, Kurt and Ronda stand tall, and the match is official. It's on. It's a mixed tag match, not The Rock. I wish The Rock was there, but, Kurt has not been great as a GM role. But, it'll be an entertaining match. I'm sure there'll be some smoke and mirrors. So, that's your match, mixed tag at WrestleMania. So Asuka and Nia Jax is an interesting match. I don't know what they're going to do here because they can't beat Nia Jax again. They made her look like a monster in the match even though she lost. She should be getting the match with Alexa Bliss, you think, but then again, there's rumors of a women's battle royal. Is she going to be in it? Are they going to do Asuka and Bliss and Charlotte and Becky? I don't know what they're going to do here, but I don't know why they booked this match again. Match isn't as good as Elimination Chamber, but Asuka wins. Obviously, she wins with the armbar. They made Nia look really strong in the feet, but I don't like how they had her cry at the end. That Asuka had like an armbar, and at first she had like an arm triangle on for like 3 minutes, and Nia kept trying to power out Asuka and not go, and she turned into an armbar, and like after like a long struggle, Nia tapped out. They tried to make Nia look really strong, but I don't like her crying, channeling her inner Sasha Banks, having her cry. They showed Alexa Bliss with Mickey James doing an interview, and I don't know, you would think they're not giving any hint at Alexa and Nia. Maybe since there's still a SmackDown pay-per-view, maybe Austin appears on SmackDown next week and challenges Charlotte. So they're doing this match with Revival against the Bar. If the Revival win, they get tag title matches at WrestleMania, so I hope the Bar win because I don't want to see that match. The Bar get the win. I think at WrestleMania it's the Bar against Brother Nero and Woken Mats, or Woken. I think that's the match. The funniest commercial just aired. There's a sequel to The Strangers. Remember that movie from like 10 years ago? Well, yeah, 11 or 10 years ago, The Strangers. They made a sequel, and they featured a commercial with WWE wrestlers. So they have like Bray Wyatt, Undertaker, and Kane all in it. It looks fucking ridiculous, but it looks funny. For a month, oh, cool. They made like a horror movie with the Wyatt family. That's kind of cool, but I guess not. So John Cena's going to talk about his WrestleMania plans. Why the fuck is he going to do that? He's in a match at Fastlane. Why the fuck does he have to talk about his WrestleMania plans? So Cena goes off. He announces a triple threat match between him, AJ, and Nakamura. Now he's interrupted by Goldust. So they had Goldust and punched out John Cena. So I guess that's a fucking match now. This show has been a giant snooze ever since the opening segment ended. This is boring as fuck. Cena gets the win, and they go to a backstage segment with Elias, and he's talking about the match of Braun Strowman. The whole thing pisses me off. Braun should be wrestling Brock at WrestleMania, winning the title, getting his big coronation, but they're going to fucking get Big Dog over. I don't want to talk about it. Whatever. Fuck Roman Reigns. I wish he tears his ACL, or I wish he gets acquitted for being buying steroids. I just wish he'd get hurt. I don't even want to see him. I don't want him on my TV. I don't want him heel. I don't want to see the motherfucker. Anyway, now they go to this thing where Bayley's coming out and talking about the problems she has with her best friend, Sasha. No one really cares about this. I mean, these two they've done such a terrible job with them on the main roster. It's like, I don't need to see this match. I'd rather just see them in, like, they can just be in some multi-person match. You get all the women on the cards. Like, they haven't had good years, especially Bayley. It's just been a disaster. And Sasha hasn't had that much better of a year. It's been pretty rough for her, too, and I don't need to see this match. Happy to see Hillbilly Jim in the Hall of Fame, even though his Hall of Fame class sucks in my opinion. I think it was a lackluster class, but Hillbilly Jim's a nice addition, definitely better than some other people to have in the Hall of Fame. But the class is not big, and if I was at WrestleMania, I would not go to the Hall of Fame at all. Bailey's out now, no reaction. They had Charlie Caruso interviewing Bailey, and my God, it's brutal hearing her talk. And then Paige interrupts her. And when I see Paige, I'm trying to read her knuckles because she got that big tattoo, talk shit, get bit. And, the company's pissed off. And I just wish, I think Paige is holding Mandy and Sonya back. I think they're actually good as a team. I like Mandy a lot. And I think Sonya's fine as her bodyguard, kind of. I think Paige should just leave and they should get rid of her. But yeah, Bailey and Mandy Rose match is not going to be good. So it's Bailey and Mandy in a shitty match. We had Mandy Rose dominate the whole match. Bailey gets a roll up, and then the Absolution beats up Bailey. And then, as everyone knows, Sasha Banks comes out to make the save. And when she makes a save, it's funny. Paige gets right out of the ring, and Sasha beats up Mandy and Sonya. She tries to hug Bailey, and Bailey does. It's like, oh, this isn't going to be long, and it's like, just turn Sasha heel, or it's like, I don't even want to see this match, but it's going to happen. It's obvious this is going to happen at WrestleMania. And also, I don't want to be mean, but Paige, when I saw her exit the ring, it's like, they won't even let her have any contact, especially with Sasha, but it's also worth noting. I think she's, put on some pounds. Just say it like that. Women's History Month, great. All for Stephanie McMahon. It's all fucking bullshit. So it's Alexa and I. It's like this fucking same. Both the women's programs are the same. It's like the two best friends and are facing each other. Anyway, it's Alexa doing nothing but backhanded comments, saying, everyone made fun of you and called you a loser in the airport. You got made fun of because you're big. It's like, no, this is a mistake. And it's like, oh, don't have Nia crying now. All right, she's going to cry now. She's going to be like this giant Sasha where she cries and she's not over anymore. But, oh, man, she should be the female Braun Strowman. And there's not a Roman Reigns in the women's division, and she has to lose to all the fucking time. So it's like, I think they're making a mistake having her cry. But that's the match. That's obvious. It's Alexa and Nia for sure. And I guess it's Asuka, Charlotte, and I guess that sucks for Becky, nothing for Becky. Now they're going to stay with showing Ronda and Stephanie earlier in the show. I don't know. I think this could be handled better. I think The Rock would be such a better fit. I mean, it would be so much better if they could have got him, but they're not. Raw absolutely sucks tonight. Maybe after Fastline's over, it'll start to try because there's still one more pay-per-view, but this is the road to WrestleMania. This is the most boring road. It's not like the matches aren't terrible this year. It's fucking boring as fuck. It is dull. It is predictable. You can predict every match and every outcome. It is fucking boring. My God, the show is boring. I don't even want to watch. Especially if I find out Reigns is the main event, so I can just turn off and go to bed. That'll be in this review. After the Strowman Elias match, I'm done. This show is boring. So in this Sympathy of Destruction match, Elias and Braun Strowman, I'm expecting one of these wrestlers to suffer a mega death. I'm surprised they're not going to use that line yet. My end. It's a cool gimmick. I like it. It's legendary. It's a famous song. It's just, come on a free show. It's such a waste of Braun. So they did this thing with Braun and Elias. It's really entertaining. It was a very entertaining thing. Probably the most entertaining thing on the show. Elias ran away. Braun chased him in his car and tipped the car back. And they beat up. They go to the ring. And the match sucks, but it's just Braun. It's comedy spots. Too much comedy, I think, with Braun. They used the giant bass guitar again. They used the piano, the drums, several guitars. And Elias got some offense. I thought the ending of the match was a flop, but the whole piano was a complete and utter flop. Looked fake as fuck. It was the minutes of the match. The ending sucked, but Strowman gets the win in an otherwise comedy match. I'm sure Strowman's going to be in that multi-man battle royal if it's funny. It's such horseshit. Reigns is getting that main event. He's not over at all. Balor, Rollins, Strowman, Elias, who's more over than Reigns, and Miz, who's just been having a great year. All stuck in that fucking multi-man Intercontinental ladder match. And it's like grab the brass ring unless it's your hand-picked guy. So left on the show is Paul Heyman responding to Roman Reigns. I don't want to see Reigns. I don't want to watch that. I'm not going to even look at that. I hate Reigns. I wish he tears ACL. I want him to get hurt. I don't want to see him. I hate that I think it's such bullshit. And it makes me think, I think this company gets better when Vince dies. And, yeah, I feel strong. I hate that main event with an utter passion. And there's this thing with the Mizzies. It's like it's making fun of the Oscars. I mean, it's like Raw. Do you want your ratings to get even worse? You're gonna mimic the Oscars? My God, looking at the Oscars ratings, what the way they're dropping, you're dropping. You're gonna drop as bad as them. Holy fuck! What? I'm gonna spit a whole bunch of left wing garbage. Anyway, I'm gonna be done with this show. I have nothing, no more interest. It's cool seeing Braun. I like Elias too. Woman stuff. There's a lot of woman stuff. Was alright. The show is just really boring. Cena being there has nothing to do. This was a very boring edition. I don't care about Roman Reigns. I don't want to see him, and I don't care about this Mizzy segment. Don't care. So yeah, I'm gonna cut this review short. That's it. Raw was very boring for the first 2 hours and 20 minutes that I watched. So don't care about the last part at all. And judging by the reaction, I think Milwaukee can give two shits because they haven't moved out of their seats for this whole show and they do not care and they are bored as fuck and so am I. So this show is over for me.